Hey y'all, welcome to the Suburban Stitcher podcast. My name is Diane and today is April 26th, I believe, 2018. It is a Thursday. We are one more day till the weekend. It's been an exciting week here at my house, all business related, and I'll give a little bit of an update with that at the end of the episode. So yeah, I'm just so excited to be chatting with you all today, and I can't wait to share the projects that I'm working on. First up, we do have some announcements, and I want to announce First, actually, let me say thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who reached out to me this week regarding the Get Suburban Cal. I have so many new pattern designers lined up for giveaways, and I'm so grateful. Again, if you would like to be a pattern sponsor for a podcast episode, please message me on Ravelry. I have a lot of people that have sent me messages in other places, and I'm doing my best to compile a list and keep track of them. But the very, very best way for me to keep track of everything is if you message me on Ravelry, and I am DBB Stitch on Ravelry over there. So you can send me a message. So this week for the hashtag Get Suburban Cal, which is a year-long or longer, just an ongoing knit-along at least for the year, that is any project that you knit out of Suburban Stitcher yarn that's mostly Suburban Stitcher yarn, 50% or more, is eligible to win a pattern prize maybe. So you can enter your finished object into the finished object thread in our Suburban Stitcher podcast Ravelry group. And every single week I will pull a winner, or every single time I podcast. Let's say that. Every single time I podcast, I will pull a winner and announce a winner for that week, and that person's finished object gets featured, and then they will win a prize. And the more times you enter, the more times you have a chance to win, because I will always pull from the entire thread each time. So this week we are up to 35 entries, and the winner this week is post number 16, and that is a girl in her wool, Lauren from New Jersey, and she knit a pair of vanilla socks out of the peach tea colorway on the glitter sock base, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. That's one of my very, very most favorite colorways, and I am excited that she finished them and that she loves them, and everybody should knit up peach tea socks. So thank you so much, Lauren. If you will contact me, the prize that you're winning this week is a pattern of your choice from the designer Rye Flower Knits, and I will put a link in the show notes. Rye, R-H-Y, Flower Knits on Ravelry. If you'll go to her pattern page, and you will win one copy of a pattern of your choice. So message me over there and I will get that out to you, or have that sent out to you. We have two other knit-alongs that are going very swimmingly. The Suburban Wrap Cal. So many projects and beautiful yarns and entries. It does not have to be knit out of Suburban Stitcher yarn for that cal. We're just knitting along together and enjoying seeing each other's beautiful wraps. And then the third knit-along that we have going, we have so many right now. It's kind of crazy. The Prairie Girl Designs knit-along, and that is any pattern out of Prairie Girl Designs yarn. She has a couple that are out very recently. Sharp Arrow, her new Interknit cowl, which is a 1 skein DK weight cowl that's absolutely gorgeous. And methinks that there might be maybe a new pattern coming soon. Just keep your eyes out, just saying. So anyway, so that is the Prairie Girl Designs cowl. I do not have any finished objects this week. I have been knitting away on all the things, but I have not finished anything. Several of the things that I'm working on are larger, longer term projects. First up, I will show my everything shawl again. I did not get a ton done on this. We had a big baseball tournament this weekend, which we were out of town and traveling a bunch for. And so mohair and 2 colors was just not the thing that I wanted to work on while I was traveling. But this is where it started. And so I'm through the lace and I'm into the short row section. I'm actually maybe about 7 garter stitch rows away from being done with this, I think, by my calculations. So it's going really well. You can see that this last kind of stripey section is a short row section because there's none of it over there. It's all over here. So that's really fun. The shawl is going to be enormous. I can't stand back any further based on where my, the way my camera is in this room, but I'm so excited. The yarns that I'm using are these 2, and I still cannot find the ball bands for these. They're somewhere in this crazy mess of a craft room. This purple, the 2 purples, the single ply and the mohair, are both Lakes yarn and fiber. This speckled right here, and I do think I found this tag for this one. So this whitish speckled yarn right here, that's my in-between sections, is Woolen Boon. And her Boon Skinny in the Buffy colorway. And this was a skein that I picked up at Hill Country Weavers before the retreat a couple of months ago. So I'm absolutely loving how this is turning out, and I cannot wait until it's done and blocked, and it's just going to be so dreamy and cozy to wear this mohair. I never would have dreamed that I would love mohair as much as I do. So that is the first project, and this is hanging out in my Mrs. Brown's bag with the, I think she calls this Alice, but this is the Down the Rabbit Hole yarn from the Flying Kettle. The second work in progress that I have going is a new one. That actually the next 2 are new ones. Because it had been a really, really long time that I just recklessly cast something on because I had to. Between the pattern, the colors, the yarn, everything was just, I had to. And I'm so excited that I did. I have been talking myself out of casting on a brioche project for months and months and months. All my knitting friends are probably like, thank gosh she's finally done it, because I have been talking about it for so long. But I finally cast on the Danita shawl. Let's see, there's Danita. And it is a beautiful brioche, fancy brioche shawl by Knit Graffiti Designs, who I had the absolute pleasure of meeting at DFW Fiber Fest. I don't remember if I mentioned that, but it was so, so lovely to meet her. I'm a huge admirer of her designs, and so that was really exciting for me. And I am knitting this out of 2 skeins of Suburban Stitcher Merino DK. This is a DK weight shawl, which is also extra fun. The 2 colors that I'm using, the kind of the main color in the front is Spanish Moss, which is a grayish green neutral with some speckles. And then background color, contrast color, is a brand new color to the shop that's called Jane. And Jane is a pinky purple or a purpley pink, however you want to look at it, but it's the exact color of those tulip magnolia trees. So that purpley, it's that color. So maybe it's a pinky purple. Kind of orchidy pinky purple. I don't know. Anyway, it's beautiful. So these are the two colors together, Spanish Moss and Jane. And I have done several repeats of this shawl and I am in love. And I have had to make myself set it to the side because I need to be finishing up that test knit shawl for Vera. The first one, the everything shawl that I showed you, is a test knit. Okay, so here it is. Yeah! Look how pretty that looks on the screen. Oop. So I'm just absolutely in love with how this is knitting up. I think it's the perfect amount of contrast. I just absolutely love it so much. You can see the speckles there. Jane is really nicely showing up in the background. And then here's the back. The reverse side is very pretty. This little stitch marker, this fairy toast stitch marker, is from Simply Serving on Etsy, who I have recently become quite obsessed with. So that is really fun. But yeah, so this is the beginning of the shawl. It is knit from the bottom up, and I'm very excited because soon I will be, well, not soon. I don't know why soon came out of my mouth. I'm very excited because it has pom-poms and fringe and all sorts of fun, like bohemian finishing. So I'm very excited about that part of it. And I just absolutely love this so much. I think it's going to be beautiful to wear. Yay! So I'm having trouble not looking at the screen because it's such a pretty shawl. So I apologize for those of you that get irked by that. I'm trying really hard to stare just at the camera screen. So that is the Danita shawl by Knit Graffiti Designs, Leslie Robinson. And let's see if I can get all of this back in here because I want to show you the bag that this is in. And it's actually one of my Hello Lovelies this week. This is a canvas drawstring style bag that I got from a shop on Etsy. The maker, and let me get her business card because I do not want to mess it up because I probably would if I'm not reading. The shop is called Minnie, as in like Minnie Mouse, Minnie, M-I-N-N-I-E, Moon, Sewing.etsy.com. Minnie Moon Sewing. And she makes these drawstring canvas style bags, and she did not have pink listed in the shop, but I messaged her and asked her if there was any way that she had access to pink canvas, and she said, yes, absolutely, I do. And she made me one, and the best part is that she sent a second one that will be a future prize for something. So at some point, one of y'all will win a Minnie Moon canvas drawstring bag. It's so well made. I absolutely love it. It has a leather handle and pockets inside, and it's so nice. So, and I put only one enamel pin on this one to try not to weigh it down so much as my yellow Lobby Anime fringe bag. Okay, and so my last work in progress is really exciting. Okay, so the last work in progress is a new pair of socks. I have not cast on a new pair of socks in so long, and yes, I have another pair that is 70% done on the needles, but I just needed to start a new one. So I am knitting the Downpour socks by Susie White, Prairie Girl Designs. This is my entry for the Prairie Girl Designs cal. And I am knitting them out of Suburban Stitcher glitter sock in the salted caramel colorway, which I think is so beautiful. I love how it's knitting up. I love the stitch definition of this 2-ply yarn. So that's really exciting. And then here is this little slip stitch detail. So when you're wearing it, the stitches actually go this way and they sort of look like raindrops to me. So Downpour. So it's like these lines of slip stitches that alternate, and I think it's really pretty. You actually have a, this is the left sock, so this will kind of run down the left side of the foot. And then there's also a little panel on the same part on the back, which is a fun detail that is a little bit different from other socks that have like an accent panel. And then of course this one in the back will end at the heel, but this one will continue all the way down the foot. I'm absolutely loving this. It's a really good mix of lots of stockinette and just a little bit of pattern for me. So that's exciting. And then also equally exciting is another one of my new stitch markers from Simply Serving. This is a hot pink hedgehog, a la Alice in Wonderland and the croquet game and the hedgehogs that roll up to become the balls. So super, super fun. Look at the detail on that, right? It's so cute. I just love it so much. So Downpour socks by Susie White, Prairie Girl Designs. I have maybe done like 1.5 repeats of this chart. It's written and charted, just FYI, if that makes you nervous, but it's written and charted, and I will probably maybe do 3 repeats total. I'm thinking. I don't want a super long leg. That's not practical for me. Also, it's patterned and it'll go quicker if I if I only do a shorter leg. That's just the reality. I'm enjoying a patterned sock, but not as much as a vanilla. But this is the perfect mix. Like, it's lots of stockinette right here with just a little bitty panel, and same on the back. And then once I get past the heel, it's gonna fly because I just will have one little bitty section on the top of the foot, and then the rest of it will be stockinette. So it will absolutely fly. I think I said, yeah, this is my salted caramel colorway on glitter sock. And I am loving it. And it is riding around in my By the Lakeside bag that Sandy gifted me when we did a swap earlier this year. So I absolutely love it. I love her little detail right here. And I picked it because this mustardy color looked like the salted caramel to me. So have to match, of course. Okay, I think that that is it for works in progress. In addition to the bag that I showed you, I have a couple of other things for Hello Lovelies. And, well, the bag and then those new little stitch markers. I was literally next door to the mustache booth at DFW Fiberfest and never had a chance to make it over there, which is great. That means my booth was so busy I couldn't get there. But it was sad because all of my DFW life and experiences have been in the mustache booth. And so it was a little bittersweet to not be hanging out with my sweet friend Stacy. And I had to go online to purchase her yarn in her post DFW update. So here is the 2 skeins that I purchased. This is Garden Party, and I actually purchased this several years ago and then gifted it to a friend. So I had to repurchase it for myself because it's so good. I mean, right? Dusty pinks. It has to be for me. And then this one, second to my love affair with pink, is purple. And this one is called Lavender Apple Blossoms. And so it is a purple stripe with rainbow stripes in between. And those are both mustache yarn. And so that is what I had coming in this week. 2 exciting shop news things that I want to talk about. The first is there is a brand new pattern collection that is out today, if I'm not mistaken, that is called Tickled Pink, and it is by CC Allman Java Pearl Designs, and along with her daughter Dammy. They have designed 8 patterns, 4 different indie dyers, 2 patterns from each dyer's yarn. And I was so honored to be asked to participate as one of the indie dyers, and I am so thrilled with what they've created out of my yarn. I created, gosh, back maybe last summer, I created a brand new colorway that is just now being seen in their shop, or in their book. It will be in my shop. It is actually currently in my shop for pre-order. And this colorway is called Bashful. And it is a very, very pale pink with green and gold speckles. And the speckles are not in your face. They are just very random and lightly speckled, as you can see. So it's like a dusting of speckles, not a of speckles. But yeah, I'm very proud of this colorway. I absolutely love it. They designed a sock pattern that Diamonds in the Mine, I'm almost positive. The sock pattern is called Diamonds in the Mine, and then they designed a shawl pattern, and the shawl pattern uses Bashful, and it also uses Cinder. So it is a gorgeous, very feminine garter stitch striped shawl with pink and gray, and I absolutely love it. I have pre-orders for shawl sets and single skeins of Bashful in the shop. Pre-orders about 2 weeks turnaround. I'm moving a lot quicker these days, so 2 weeks feels really great. And then the other thing is that I have put in, as of yesterday, also along with that pre-order, I put in several new colorways in single sock and in merino DK. So there is some Jane in the shop. This is the color that I am knitting on my shawl. So this is Jane. Why does this not want to focus? There we go. Merino DK and singles. I put some more. This isn't a new color, but it hasn't been around in a while. Darkest Night, which is a pretty navy tonal. A new color called Royal, and it is a royal purple. And the last color is called Demure, and it is a pale, very, very pale, light purpley pink. Kind of mauvey pink, I guess. So it is similar to Bashful, but it is a little, like Bashful is a little more pinky pink. And it has the speckles, and this one has no speckles, and it's a little more purple. This camera isn't quite picking that up. I don't know. So this one is no speckles, this one is speckles. So that is Demure. And so those are in the shop right now. Later today, I will be putting 1 million mini skeins in the shop. Approximately 1 million. Maybe 300. So definitely, if you are a mini skein lover, collector, crafter, definitely be on the lookout for those. And also I still have to upload whip minders, so I will try to do that. Maybe that'll be next week. We'll see. That is it. That's it for things that are in the shop. The most exciting thing that is happening with the shop is we are under construction. We have broken ground, sort of, not really, not really breaking ground, but we are outfitting my garage to be the dye studio. And we started this week, and there has been a flurry of activity over the last 2 or 3 days so far this week. I think we are sort of in between things happening right now, but I'm just so excited. Of course, when you're dealing with contractors and timelines and people and things, and there have been already a couple of hiccups, but they're getting worked out. And I just have so much faith that this is going to be amazing for the business and amazing for our family to be able to reclaim our house again from Suburban Stitcher. Suburban Stitcher has completely taken over our home, and it will be nice for it to have a little more consolidated presence in our house, shall we say. So I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful because it absolutely could not have happened without your support. And so thank you for supporting my family and my business. And it's so exciting. I will put in some video probably at the end. I think I did last week. Like, I showed how crazy the garage was and what we had to clean out. And so this week it looks so much cleaner and things are happening. So that's really exciting. I think that is it. I hope that you all have a lovely week. Please head over to the Ravelry group, Suburban Stitcher Podcast on Ravelry, and participate in the forums. Be knitting your Get Suburban Cal items. You can use that hashtag Get Suburban on Instagram and Ravelry and all of the social media, and that will be really fun to cheer each other on with our things. So thank y'all. Love you. Have a great week. Bye. I want to give a quick shout out to my local coffee house. Block House Coffee is amazing. And they are here in downtown Richmond. Very, very local to me and local people doing amazing things and supporting crafters and makers of all kinds. And I love supporting them. So that's Block House Coffee in Richmond, Texas. If you are in the Houston area, you should come down because they have amazing coffee and an amazing facility and a great story. So last week, let's see if I can pan out. That's as far as I can get. Last week, I showed you that this whole place was full, and we still have, we have a lot of our trash, our stuff is over here. But that's my sink that's going to be going in. And you can see that that wall has all of the electricity on it, ready for burners all along that wall. One of the most exciting things is this little guy right here is our air conditioner and heater that will keep me warm and cold in all of the seasons here. So that's very exciting. And this part has not started yet. This wall will be the plumbing. So we're moving along. Oh, and let me go up in here and show you. And I have lights now. Like, we have lots of new lights, and you can see they need to put one more over there. Still, they didn't do it because I guess they thought the garage door was in the way, but the garage door will be closed most of the time when I'm working. So I still need to have light there. But yeah, it's so exciting. So let's see, the light's on. Yeah, very exciting. So looking in now, you can see, again, clearly all of our junk. And a lot of this actually, we're gonna have sort of a little section up here that stays like family garage stuff. But this wall is all of my burners, will be. And that back wall is gonna have that big, huge industrial sink back there. So excited and feeling so grateful that all of this can happen.